When you add a new user account, you have the option to choose a role. Each of these user roles comes with a different set of capabilities, preset by WordPress. Roles are the way that WordPress allows you to control what different users are allowed to see and do, or, put another way, what permissions or capabilities they have. So, setting the appropriate role when you add a new user allows you to control what users with that role can and cannot do. Notice there are 5 default roles in this list: subscriber, contributor, author, editor, and administrator. Remember, we can tweak any of these and even create our own custom roles, which I'll come to shortly. Each one in the list gradually adds more and more capabilities. Subscribers can only manage their profile. That's it. They can log into WordPress to update their user profile, change their own password. This is good if, say, you have a membership plugin that uses WordPress's built-in user role system. Contributors can write and edit their own posts, but they can't publish them, even their own, or edit them once they're published. They can't even upload images, and they can't add or edit pages at all. So the contributor role is for people like guest authors or writers who you don't want to be able to publish their own posts live without you checking them first. Like contributors, authors can write and edit their own posts too, but they can also publish them, and they can even delete their own published posts. This is something you might not want them to be able to do. As I say, we can't edit these roles or even create custom ones. We'll come to that shortly. Authors still can't do anything with pages, and they can't touch the site settings. The author role would be a good option if the client has a writer managing their blog, for example. Full control over the blog, but nothing else. They can't mess about with any of the pages or settings. Editors are one step up again. They can publish and edit posts of all users, including their own. And this time, they can do the same for pages too. However, they still can't change settings or mess about with users, plugins, or themes. The editor role is often a good default role to assign to clients, though it totally depends on each individual site and each individual client's technical capabilities. If you installed this site yourself, your user role is administrator. Administrators can do everything in WordPress. It's a very powerful role which comes with great responsibility. Administrators can manage all content, users, plugins, themes, including updating them and deleting them. And they can update the WordPress core too. Here's a great at-a-glance guide from WP Beginner of exactly what permissions each user role has. The URL is below this video. Here's an interesting one. Should clients be given an administrator user role? I say no, unless your client really is a WordPress expert. Well, I should qualify that. By all means, do create an admin account for them, so at least they have it as an insurance policy in case you win the lottery and suddenly retire for a life of luxury on a remote island. That'll give them peace of mind just in case that happens. Hey, it could happen. But I would strongly recommend you tell them not to use that admin account on a day-to-day basis. Just create another user account that they'll use as their regular login, set that as editor, or a similar custom role you create. And actually, when adding content to a site, I'd recommend nobody does so while logged in as an administrator. That goes for your clients and you as well. Instead, I would suggest that you create a separate editor user account, even for yourself, and add content to the site while logged in with that account instead. Why is that? Let's just quickly come over to the blog that we created in No Stress WordPress version 1. Now, here's my name as the author, but I added these posts while logged in as administrator. Click my name, and here's my author archive page. That is all the posts by my user account. See the URL? There is my username, advertised for anyone to see, including hackers and bots. The most common method hackers use to break into websites is using a program to guess the login details. Think about it. Guessing any login details is 50% username, 50% password. And if they know my username, well, that's 50% of the job done. Now they just need to guess the password. And if a hacker guesses my admin login, they can cause all the havoc they like. But if I post content to the site while logged in with a different user account set as editor, well, even if they guess my login, they will only have editor access, not full admin access. It's really just one more security precaution. So I can create a new editor account. I can set my username as Dave Foy, so that becomes the URL of my author archive page. Or if I set it as Dave Foy like this, then the URL will be Dave-Foy, lowercase, and set the role as editor. And then in the post list, I can bulk edit all the posts and then assign the new editor user account as the author instead of the admin user account that they were originally created with.